Hey everyone! So I've been testing emulators for a while now, and most of them have the same problem. They lag, they eat your memory, and your PC starts sounding like it's about to take off. So when LDPlayer dropped their new version running on Android 14, I wanted to see if it was actually any different. I ran it for 2 weeks. Real games, long sessions, the stuff that usually makes an emulator fall apart. And there's a lot I liked, but there's also a couple of things that annoyed me. So let me show you what it's actually like to use. Alright guys, if you want to follow along, I've left the official link in the pinned comment below. Just download the setup file, install it like any normal Windows software, and within a couple of minutes, you're ready to go. Now, this is the first screen you'll see after launching the emulator. Before we start clicking around, let's check the one thing we actually came here for. The Android version. So, if I head over to the in-device settings, you can see LDPlayer is officially running on Android 14. Now, if you've watched this video, you might remember I pointed out that the interface animations in LDPlayer 9 felt a little jittery. Thankfully, they've actually worked on that. Moving around the interface, opening apps, and switching between different menus feels much smoother now. Anyway, let's get to the part that actually matters: performance. So I've downloaded a couple of games to see how the emulator performs across different genres. Let's start with Free Fire. Now, if you're into Battle Royale or other shooting games, you'll already know that smooth FPS can make a huge difference. Using the default emulator settings, I honestly didn't have any complaints. The gameplay felt smooth, and everything was running just the way I'd expect. But if you've got a powerful PC, I definitely recommend changing the FPS mode from Standard to Esports. It can boost the frame rate up to 240 FPS in supported games, giving you an even smoother experience. There's also an Eco mode right next to it, but we'll come back to that in just a minute. After that, I jumped into a racing game, just to see how it handled something a little different. The experience there was smooth as well. The controls responded nicely, and the gameplay stayed consistent. Finally, I tried a strategy game, Clash of Clans, and everything was running perfectly there too. So, at least with the default settings, I really didn't have much to complain about. One thing you should keep in mind is that an emulator's performance depends a lot on the PC you're running. The default settings worked well on my system, but if you're using a low-end or older PC, I'd recommend tweaking the CPU cores and RAM allocation according to your hardware. Now, remember the Eco mode I mentioned earlier. Before we get to that, let me show you how the multi-instance manager works. From here, you can create as many instances as your PC can comfortably handle. Now, this is exactly where Eco mode becomes useful. Let's say you've got 3 or 4 emulator instances running, but you're only actively using one of them. Instead of letting the others keep using your CPU and GPU in the background, you can simply enable Eco mode for those instances. It reduces their resource usage, lowers the frame rate, and frees up more processing power for the emulator you're actually using. If you're someone who regularly runs multiple accounts or likes keeping several emulator instances open at the same time, this is a feature you'll definitely appreciate. Alright, so this was the breakdown on LDPlayer's Android 14 update. If you've got a beast of a rig, go ahead and grab it. But if you're rocking a potato PC, skip it, because this update is heavy. Let me know down in the comments if you're actually going for the upgrade or playing it safe on the older version. Drop a like if this helped you out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.